First up, viewers, we have some big breaking news coming in. India and Canada agreed to resume full diplomatic services, ending the thaw between the two nations, triggered by Canadian allegations that Indian agents were involved in the killing of NIA-designated terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar outside a Gurdwara in Canada in 2023. This comes as a very, very significant development because the Prime Minister met his Canadian counterpart, and this was a platform to reset and refresh the bilateral ties. And finally, India and Canada have resumed their diplomatic ties, putting an end to the thaw that was brought in by the previous Prime Minister Justin Trudeau over unsubstantiated allegations that Indian agents were involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
The Prime Ministers agreed to take calibrated steps to restore stability to this very important relationship. And the first of these steps that was agreed on was to restore High Commissioners to each other's capitals at an early date. Other diplomatic steps will follow in due course. The two Prime Ministers also agreed to resume senior and working level mechanisms and discussions in a host of areas related to trade, to people contact and connectivity, all of them intended to bring greater momentum to the relationship.
Viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Canada for the G7 summit, where he met with his Canadian counterpart Mark Carney. And this is not just a diplomatic engagement, but a crucial opportunity for the two leaders to reset a deeply strained relationship. And they have done that with them resuming their diplomatic relations. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Canada for the G7 summit, where he met Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. This is PM Modi's first visit to Canada in nearly a decade and comes just months after Mark Carney took office, promising to repair ties with New Delhi. Their meeting is being seen as more than symbolic, a high-stakes opportunity to undo nearly 2 years of diplomatic damage between the two nations. Indo-Canadian ties nosedived after Canada accused Indian agents of involvement in the killing of pro-Khalistani separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a claim New Delhi strongly denied. But Carney's arrival in office in early 2025 was met with cautious optimism in New Delhi, with hopes of a new start based on mutual trust and sensitivity. The Modi-Carney bilateral could also revive stalled trade talks. In 2024, bilateral trade was just over $12 billion, far behind India's trade with the United States or Canada's with China. The visit also holds emotional and political weight. Canada hosts nearly 1.4 million people of Indian origin. Many have faced visa delays and immigration blocks since the tensions began. Prime Minister Modi's visit in 2015 upgraded the relationship to a strategic partnership. A decade later, the G7 summit and the Modi-Carney handshake could become the moment both sides choose diplomacy over the deadlock.